Peace, peace, family. Welcome to another episode of Get This Wisdom Live. I am your host, editor in chief of Get This Wisdom magazine, and creator and founder of this here platform. Um, so today's episode is not going to be too long. As you see the caption and the title of the episode. So before we move any further, of course, my disclaimer, as always, is I am the mother of two children. They are here live in the house. They live here. So where else are they going to be? They are awake. It's the middle of the day. It's 5:13 p.m. on a Saturday. So they are up, active, and moving around and doing what children do. However, if it becomes a point where I have to handle matters with my children that are requiring my immediate assistance, I would, of course, switch hats and pause the live or end it and continue it at a later date and time. Now, the reason for this video, I really didn't want to have to do a video of this nature because I feel as though when it comes to the the topic of young NaZiyah Harris, that the focus needs to remain on that situation until justice is fully received for her. Now, if you have been local to Detroit, I'm sure you're aware of the NaZiyah Harris case and, you know, things of that nature. And if you are all across the country, I'm assuming that you have some awareness of it as well because it's been all over social media, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all those things. So you have some knowledge and awareness of the young baby, and as it as it is now, the prosecutor has went ahead and pursued charges against the individual for her death, her unalivement. So as it stands with public record and what we know thus far, Desire is considered to be no longer with us. With that being said, I like I said in the previous video, I've been invested in this case since the beginning. However, I never really attached my personal brand or platform to the case of NaZiyah Harris in one way or the other because it wasn't about that for me. It was about me being a mother, and me being afraid for that child and also all children like her, including my own two little girls. So I was invested in the case from that aspect, not the aspect of someone with a platform, not the aspect of someone who has done community work, just the aspect of a concerned person, a concerned citizen in the city of Detroit who is empathetic to things happening to young children that shouldn't be happening. With that being said, as of lately, I have been a tiny bit more vocal, given the fact that the trial is about to begin for her. They were dealing with preliminaries and things of that nature, but now the actual trial is getting ready to begin for her on February 23rd of this year. So next month, well, actually, forgive me, this month, we're in the month of February now. That's how quickly the year already is starting off and how things are moving. So um, we're looking at February 7th here. So technically, in like 16 days, 2 weeks and 2 days, the trial begins for her. So, the discussions are picking back up, and I have had my, little discussions. And recently, I was able to connect with Roxy briefly on her Facebook page. Roxy is not someone I know personally. I don't know any members of NaZiyah's family on a personal level, but Roxy has made her page, I guess, public. So, I was able to interact with her briefly on on her Facebook page. I'm not aware of her having any other ones than the one that, she's on now. And this dialogue will not really be about Roxy because we had our exchange and being, so-called politically correct, I did ask her, for her blessing to discuss that conversation on Get This Wisdom Live. And I could still do that because, I really don't need permission from her or anyone else to discuss things on my platform. But I just wanted to be, respectful and politically correct. The dialogue that we had is already public on her page, but that's her page. In order to feel comfortable speaking on it on my page, I would have wanted, her to say, go ahead, do that. But she didn't, She said that she would prefer that I keep the conversation solely on NaZiyah, the focus solely on NaZiyah, and not mention her because of the dialogue that we did have. Okay, cool. I can respect that. So like I said, this isn't about Roxy. You know what I mean? And again, I was very respectful in my communication with Roxy. However, this is about Kenya. Um, Again, another person who I don't know personally on any level. I've heard her speak on a few different platforms and all that. You know, Whether I agree with some of the things she said or not, that's not the point of what I'm expressing here. Kenya, from my understanding, is the mother of Roxy, but she's also a relative of NaZiyah Harris. And when I had the dialogue that I had with her daughter, she took it upon herself to go on my Facebook page and screenshot some of my pictures. Now, why she would do that, your guess is as good as mine. You know what I mean? I still don't see the point nor the relevance in her doing that, right? What does that have to do with you? What does that have to do with this NaZiyah Harris case, your family member? What does me having a difference of opinion or a different viewpoint, what does that have to do with you feeling that you need to go on my Facebook page and screenshot my pictures, Black woman? Like, I didn't disrespect you. I didn't even address you. I was talking to your daughter, and you felt the need to come into our conversation for whatever reason. For whatever reason, and screenshot multiple pictures of me and then make little rude statements. And then, I guess I was supposed to feel intimidated or threatened or something. I wasn't, and I'm not. I don't feel that way. I feel as though that was very juvenile, very immature, very unladylike, very, just at someone of her age, and I'm not quite sure of her actual physical age. I just know that she's quite older than me. She's old enough to be my mother, I believe. I'm 38 years old. So again, I'm still being very respectful with this thing here because she is some type of an elder. Is she an elder that I would look up to? No, but that doesn't take away from her being an elder in whatever regard that is. You know what I mean? So no, I'm not just gonna call her out of her name and curse her and just unnecessary things, but I am going to address it because I gave that woman the opportunity to apologize for her direct and blatant disrespect shown towards me for no good reason at all, other than she wanted to attach her name to my name for whatever reason. I don't understand what the purpose of that was, what did it serve, and how does it, you know, okay, honey. Um, my daughter is a little bit having some high energy right now, so let me switch focus for a tiny moment to see if I need to pause this live. Again, and I said it's not gonna be long anyway, because I don't feel the need to waste so much of my energy and my time on the topic of a complete stranger to me, someone who I don't know, who I don't care to know, who I probably will never know, because we are never. I don't travel in the same circles that she does. I don't be nowhere near wherever she's at. Like I said, this woman is a complete stranger to me, and she you know for all I care, she can remain that. I don't care to be friends or nothing like that. Like, my interest was for the child. The child, that's it, and that's all. Like many others, and I guess she wanted the attention on her, or for me to care about her thoughts. I don't care about your thoughts, Black woman. Your thoughts don't have nothing to do with solving this case. Your thoughts don't have nothing to do with finding her remains or whatever. Like, your thoughts may be important to some people, but they're definitely not important to me, Black woman. uh, I don't know you from a can of paint, sister girl, and I don't care to know you. Like, that's not what I'm here for. However, for you to make it an issue with me, I didn't address you. I was not talking to you. I had nothing to say to you. You decided to take it upon yourself to engage me in some form of disrespect, which that wasn't my intention. Like, I said what I said, and what I said, I communicated very clearly with the individual I was speaking to and whom I was speaking about. It had nothing to do with you. I didn't even disrespect your daughter. So I don't see what the point of you coming at me. Well, I don't understand that. Like, it's weird as hell. And for me, you know, I don't know all the ins and outs of that family. I know as much as the next person do, especially with, what I've been able to listen to from certain individuals or certain platforms. Um, what I can say is this: it has been insinuated that certain members of the Harris family, the Harris Gamble family, or the Harris Gamble Wynn family, I'm not sure how that works, um, could have done more for NaZiyah, who could have been more active in NaZiyah's life overall, not just this part of her life, the negative part, the bad part of what happened to her at the end, but the whole part of her life, that there were family members that could have been more active in her life. You know what I mean? And Kenya seems to be one of those people. You know what I mean? Like, just from what I've been able to gather, you have not been that present within NaZiyah Harris's life, your family member, or all of your family members. Maybe your daughter, maybe you've been present for her, but as far as your other family members, you haven't really been present like that, Black woman. You said it out of your own mouth. You were asked on a particular platform, in which I would not name, out of respect for that creator, that why didn't you pay for certain things out of your own pocket in regards to things to support NaZiyah's case, or the finding NaZiyah, however that works. And I heard you say personally that she wasn't your child. So that's why you didn't do that type of thing for her. So that furthermore shows me while you're running in behind me on social media, when I'm on YouTube or whatever it is, you're screenshotting my pictures, you're screenshotting certain comments I'm making. You are showing more attention to me than you did your own family member. Like, that doesn't make sense. I'm a complete stranger to you. Why do you even care what the hell I got to say? What the hell I think? Why do you care so much? Can you? Like, I'm not even this shit is weird. It's funny, but it's just weird. It gives me real weird vibes. Like, that pushes somebody who sincerely invested in the justice for NaZiyah and the whereabouts of her, that pushes people away. Cause I'm not about to be dealing with that type of thing. That comes off real stalkerish, real weird. It doesn't give be stable vibes. In fact, it makes me not want to be involved with any portion of the NaZiyah Harris case because this woman who I do not know, I will keep reiterating that. I don't know Kenya from the next person down the street. I've never seen this person a day in my life, and I probably never will. Why are you screenshotting my pictures, going around following me on YouTube or different people's platforms? Excuse me, screenshotting my comments talking about you're on my ass. Like, girl, that sounds weird. That sounds really strange. Kenya, I don't know you. I don't know nobody in your family. We have never crossed paths. We never will. I'm not about to put myself in a position to be where you attacking me all over social media. I don't even know you. You should have never addressed me in any shape or form, lady. Like, especially when I wasn't disrespecting you. Now I can honestly see from a very, logical and rational standpoint, if I had initiated disrespect to you, then of course I'm the one opening the door for that. So I can't play victim for nothing that comes my way if I open the door. But you opened the door to come bother me. That's what you did. You wanted to come bother me. Little old me, who you don't know. It don't matter what opinion I got. If if I didn't speak directly on you or your daughter, I did speak on your daughter, but she and I had our own, conversation on social media. She and I interacted with each other. It didn't become hot headed or it didn't go left or anything. Nothing. Nobody was called out their name. Nobody. I didn't curse at her. She didn't curse at me. I said what I said. She said what she said, and that was that. But you decided to take it to a different level because I don't know if you felt some type of way. But even you said in a part of our uh, engagement with each other that I disrespected somebody that was not you, that was not your daughter, that's not a blood relative of yours. You felt like I was disrespectful to Mark, uh, 7 Mile Radio. That's what you said. So you felt that it was necessary to come being weird, screenshotting a grown woman's pictures and then following me around on different social media platforms. I don't understand that, and I never will. If you want to keep following me around, go right ahead, black woman. But I'm not about to keep giving you my attention. I'm not about to keep giving you my energy because it don't even make logical sense to care about a complete stranger. Like I said, you don't know me. I don't know you. We don't have any associates in common. We don't have any, we don't have any of the same circles. We don't know any of the same people. We were just, you were just someone that happened to come after me on a Facebook page that's open to the public, that many people comment on, that many people have said the same exact thing that I said. I went through some of the statuses and saw some of the comments where people were absolutely saying the same thing that I said. So I don't understand why was it such a problem for me to say it. Like why was it such a problem? And why were you so bothered when I did not once ever bring up your name, nor I never threw any shots at you, never, never. Maybe when I said some of the family members, or maybe when I said all of the family members fail her, maybe that's what you felt. Maybe you felt a guilty conscience when I said that. Because other than that, that I had no conversation about you or for you. You know what I mean? I really didn't care to speak on you one way or the other, because I was speaking to the person I was speaking to. And the last time I checked, she was a grown woman and she spoke up for herself. And that's that. Why did you need to jump into the middle of that when that had nothing to do with you? And I wasn't disrespectful to her or you. Period. It don't make sense. So I don't know you, black woman. And if you watch this, do what you do. Like if you get some type of kick out of screenshotting my photos and following me around on YouTube, then that's your thing. I really don't care. Just leave me out of what you do. Because I don't know you, don't want to know you. I just am concerned about the little girl. That's it and that's all. And as a citizen, you know, okay, I got a text message, forgive me. As a citizen of Detroit, a lot of the community member, a lot of us are concerned about that little girl. You know what I mean? Like it hit the news and it hit the public, and the whole damn city of Detroit was out there basically from time to time helping to find that child, or sharing her information on their social media pages, or doing whatever they did to bring for their part of awareness to the case. So at that time, I was a community member concerned, and I'm still a community member concerned. And I will remain a community member concerned. You can't stop that. You can't stop it. You can't stop the public's opinion about what happened to that child. You can't stop it. You want to make yourself, you've been putting yourself in the front of down there every platform you could get on. You want to be in the spotlight, then you got to take what comes with that. The spotlight comes with the good parts of the spotlight, and it comes with the bad parts of the spotlight. If you don't like the bad, you got to leave it alone. Can't take the heat, get out the kitchen all the way around. So with that being said, I'm gonna pretty much wrap this up on that, because I said it wasn't gonna be too long, and I don't want to focus so much of my energy on this when the trial is getting ready to begin, and this baby probably finally can get some type of justice. So, I will be back though regarding more information about NaZiyah, but it won't be this part. I'm done with this part. This is not what I do. You know, it's not healthy. It's not putting forth any real solutions. It's just drama. And that's what a lot of drama has been attached to this baby's case, and it don't make no sense. Like, it just don't. When there's an innocent child, that we got to do better. All of us, we all do. Everybody I know is imperfect, including myself. We all make mistakes, but we just got to do better. And this will be my last time addressing you, black woman. Like I said, if you want to keep following me around, do what you do. I can't control you. I can't stop you. Just don't expect me to care neither. That's what you want me to do. You want me to care. I don't. And with that being said, until next time, family, thank you for tuning in. Peace and love.